Hello everyone. In this session, we will understand the third and the last way of using the Wiremock instance, that is called manual mappings. Manual mappings are also known as JSON file configurations. So, what are manual mappings? So these are quite simple and quite easy to use, but you should have quite a good understanding on how those JSON files should be created, because there is a specific format for the Wiremock to interpret these mappings, right? If you remember, in a record and playback session, we have used two directories. Whenever we start the Wiremock standalone instance, two directories are created. One is the mappings and another one is the files directory, right? Mappings directory contains all the mappings which Wiremock uses to fetch the mappings to validate if the incoming request match any of the mappings and send back the response. Files are nothing, those are just the JSON response files. So suppose within the mappings, within the mapping you need to you can provide the JSON response file reference in the mappings itself. So it will simply pick up the, if there is any mapping that is matching with the incoming request, it will pick up that mapping and send back the response. But in that case, response won't be there within the mapping. There will be file reference given there from the files directory, and it will pick the response file from there and will send back the response as per the configuration, right? So that's how it works. So manual mappings, JSON mappings are quite simple, and so these are not like quite frequently used, but where they are helpful is, suppose you have a team or you have a project where multiple members are working on the same project, right? And you want to suppose you want to get the mappings or the particular API mocks from someone in within your team, then you can simply get those particular mappings and place it on your Wiremock instance or the server where it is running, right? And might be it might be the case like you are running your instance on the local system and you just need to test how those mappings are working which other teams are using, right? So in that case, you can simply paste those mappings in your mappings directory, and you are good to go. But the most important thing to note here is, you should, once you have placed all the mappings in the directory, you must restart the Wiremock instance, else it won't be able to load those mappings in the memory and you will not get back the expected response, right? So that's how this works. Thank you guys. Let's move to our next session.